April 2026, Pope Leo XIV drops a bombshell. He overturns the 1955 Holy Week reforms of Pius XII. The full Tenebrae services, the ancient Good Friday prayers, the traditional timing of the Triduum, all back. If you care about the liturgy, this is the biggest news since Vatican II. Let me tell you why this matters, why it affects your parish right now, and why the Church is finally waking up. Why does 1955 matter so much? That year, Pius XII appointed Annibale Bugnini, a young Vincentian priest with barely a decade of experience, to lead a liturgical commission. Bugnini later admitted openly, "We must strip from our Catholic liturgy everything which could be a shadow of a stumbling block for our separated brethren, that is, for the Protestants." His 1955 Holy Week changes became the laboratory for the 1969 Novus Ordo. Historian Dr. Nicola Giampietro confirms these were not an organic evolution, but a carefully constructed reform. Now, Leo XIV has reversed it. On Holy Thursday 2026, he washed the feet of 12 priests, not laypeople, returning to the ancient rubric broken since 2013. The pre-1955 Good Friday prayers, which pray uncompromisingly for the conversion of the world, Jews, heretics, schismatics, pagans, are restored. No more vague language, no more fear of offense. The Church is praying again with the same spiritual boldness of her saints. The Easter Vigil returns to Saturday morning, aligning with the historical events of the Passion. Photographs from before 1955 proved this was the universal practice for over 1,000 years. The folded chasubles, the ancient ceremonies of the fire and the font, the gradual extinguishing of candles during Tenebrae, all of it is back. These are not mere aesthetics, they are spiritual armor. As one exorcist recently noted, the demons know the difference. The faithful are hungry for this. In 2025, the Chartres pilgrimage centered on the traditional Latin Mass drew 19,000 participants with an average age of just 20. Traditional parishes served by the Priestly Fraternity of St. Peter, FSSP, and the Institute of Christ the King Sovereign Priest, ICKSP, have doubled in size over the past 5 years. Young Catholics are not looking for innovation, they are looking for transcendence. But there's real pain, too. A young man named Thomas from London told me, in 2024, Cardinal Vincent Nichols banned the pre-Vatican II Easter Triduum across the entire Archdiocese of Westminster. He said, "We felt abandoned. The liturgy that formed the saints was suddenly forbidden." Hundreds of faithful were left without their ancient rites. Some drove hours to find a parish that would celebrate Holy Week properly. Others simply wept. Now, under Leo XIV, that same liturgy is not just permitted, it is being restored at the highest level. Parishes across the world are already preparing to transition back to the rites used by saints for over a millennium. The Vatican has issued clear directives. The transition will take time, but the direction is unmistakable. This decision signals Leo XIV's vision for the Church. He has already moved back into the Apostolic Palace, vacationed at Castel Gandolfo, and now restored the ancient Holy Week. The pre-1955 restoration is the most theologically significant act of his young papacy. It tells us that the experimental era, the decades of constant change and improvisation, is over. For you, a faithful Catholic, this means the 70-year experiment has ended. The ancient path is open again. The question is, will your parish embrace it, or will you have to seek it out on your own? Either way, the restoration has begun. Pray for your priests, support traditional liturgy in your diocese, and remember, the old rites are not a museum piece, they are coming home.